Hello viewers, welcome to NS Commerce Academy. This is Narsini Srinivas, Faculty of Commerce. Today I want to discuss with you about Become third semester SEC-2 subject, Principles of Insurance, important questions and along with answers. This is the paper which scores 40 marks. It is an external paper and this paper consists of two parts. Part A, short answer questions, and four questions will be given, and the student has to answer any two questions. So each question carries 5 marks. 5 into 2, 10 marks will be there for part A, and for part B, there are two units are there in the subject. From each unit, two questions will be given, and the student has to answer any one question from each unit. Like that, the student has to answer two questions, and each question carries 15 marks. So 15 into to 30 marks. 30 plus short answer question 10 marks, 40 marks. Like that, 40 marks paper is there. So friends, before starting the main subject topic, I am requesting you kindly subscribe my channel and press on bell button. Give some likes. It will makes me a lot of encouragement to do further videos. Okay, friends, come to the topic. First question from short terms. What is an annuity? An annuity is a contract between client and insurance company that requires the insurer to make payments to clients either immediately or in the future. Client gets the fixed amount of money for the rest of client life in returns for a lump sum payment or a series of installments. Second question, what is reinsurance? The reinsurance definition is the diversification of an insurance portfolio by a ceding party to a reinsurer to reduce the probability of the ceding party paying out a large insurance obligation to a client. Reinsurance means that the insurer commonly termed as the ceding party is already in an insurance agreement with a client such as a company or organization and enters into an agreement with a third party commonly termed as a reinsurer. In this agreement, the reinsurer benefits by assessing a portion of the insurance premium from the insurer in exchange for accepting part of the risk obligation if the insurer's client makes an insurance claim. Next, third question. ULIP. The full form of ULIP is the Unit Linked Insurance Plan. A ULIP is an insurance plan that offers the dual benefits of investment to fulfill client long-term goals and life cover to financially protect client family in case of an unfortunate event. The premium is paid towards the unit is divided into two parts. A part of it is contributed to client life cover and the remaining is invested in the fund of client choice. Client can choose to invest in equity, debt, or a combination of both funds as per client risk appetite and goals. This makes ULIPs an ideal investment option for clients and clients' family long-term goals. Next, what are the different types of annuities? There are two types of annuities: immediate annuity plans, and there is no accumulation phase, and the plan starts working right from the vestige place. It is purchased with a lump sum and the annuity payment starts immediately either for a limited tenure or lifetime. Next to deferred annuity. These are the pension plans in which annuity starts after a certain date. It can be further divided into the following. The annuities may also vary based of the type of client receive. Fixed annuity. Simply put an annuity plan that gives clients a guaranteed amount throughout the term of the policy is a fixed annuity plan. This guaranteed amount is pre-decided at the time of purchase of the policy. The amount paid to client is guaranteed. It does not get affected by market fluctuations. Next, fifth question. What is risk management? Risk management is the process of identifying, assessing, and controlling threats to an organization capital, earnings, and operations. These risks stems from a variety of sources, including financial uncertainties, legal liabilities, technological issues, strategic management errors, accidents, and natural disasters. Next, sixth question. What is a risk? Explain various types of risk. This is the essay type question or long answer question. Risk can be referred to a like the chances of having an unexpected negative outcome. Any action or activity that leads to loss of any type of can be termed as risk. There are different types of risk that a firm might face and needs to overcome. Widely, risk can be classified into three types of types that are business risk, non-business risk, and financial risk. Then, business risk. These types of risks taken by business enterprises themselves in order to maximize shareholders' value and profits. As for example, companies undertake a high cost risk in marketing to launch a new product in order to gain higher sales. Non-business risk. These types of risks are not under the control of firms. Risks that arises out of a political and economical imbalance can be termed as non-business risks. Next to financial risk. Financial risk, as the term suggests, is the risk that involves financial loss to firms. Financial risk generally arises due to instability and losses in the financial market caused by movements in the stock prices, currencies, interest rates, and more. Next to market risk. This type of risk arises due to movement in the prices of financial instrument. Market risk can be classified as a directional risk and non-directional risk. Directional risk is caused due to movement in the stock prices, interest rates, and more. Non-directional risk, on the other hand, can be volatility risk. Next to credit risk. This type of risk arises when one fails to fulfill their obligations toward their counterpart parties. Credit risk can be classified into sovereign risk and settlement risk. Sovereign risk usually arises due to difficult foreign exchange policies. Settlement risk, on the other hand, arises when one party makes the payment while the other party fails to fulfill the obligations. Next, liquidity risk. This type of risk arises out of an inability to execute transactions. Liquidity risk can be classified into asset liquidity risk and funding liquidity risk. Asset liquidity risk arises either due to insufficient buyers or insufficient sellers against the sale orders and buys orders respectively. Next, operational risk. This type of risk arises out of operational failures such as mismanagement or technical failures, or operational risk can be classified into fraud risk and model risk. Fraud risk arises due to lack of control and Model risk arises due to incorrect model application. Last but not least, legal risk. This type of financial risk arises out of legal constraints such as lawsuits. Whenever a company needs to face financial losses out of legal proceedings, it is a legal risk. Next, second important essay type question is what is IRDI? Explain objectives of IRDA. The abbreviation of IRDI is the Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India. Is a regulatory body created with the aim of protecting the policyholders' interests. It is also regulates and sees the development of the insurance industry. Some purposes of the IRDI are to protect the interest of the policyholders. Second, to regulate the and promote the orderly growth of the insurance and reinsurance industry. To insurance, third one, to ensure speedy claim settlement and prevent insurance frauds and other malpractices. Fourth one, to better the standards of insurance markets. Fifth one, to make actions when established regulatory standards are ineffectively enforced. Next, the powers and functions of IRDI in the insurance industry. To protect the interest of the policyholders, the IRDI was granted significant responsibilities. Here, some of them efficiently conducting insurance business and protecting the interest of the policyholders in matters concerning assigning of policy nomination by policyholders, insurable interest, settlement of insurance claim, surrender value of the policy, and other terms and conditions of the contracts of insurance. Next, approving the product terms and conditions offered by the various insurers. Next, regulating investments of funds by insurance companies and maintaining margins of the solvency. Specifying the financial reporting norms of insurance companies. Ensuring insurance coverage is provided in the rural areas and also to the vulnerable sections of society. Next, explain the principles of insurance. The concept of insurance is risk distribution among the group of people. Hence, cooperation becomes a basic principles of insurance to ensure the proper functioning of the insurance contract. The insurance and the insured have to uphold the seven principles of insurance mentioned below. Utmost good faith, proximate cause, insurable interest, indemnity, subrogation, contribution, loss minimization. Let us understand each principles of insurance with an example. First one, principles of utmost good faith. The fundamental principle is that both the parties in an insurance contract should act in good faith towards each other. That is, they must provide clear and concise information related to the terms and conditions of the contract. The insured should provide all the information related to the subject matter, and the insurer must give precise details regarding the contract. Example: Jacob took a health insurance policy at the time of taking insurance. He was a smoker and failed to disclose this fact. Later, he got cancer. In such a situation, the insurance company will not be liable to bear the financial burden as Jacob concealed important facts. Next, principle of proximate cause. This is also called as the principle of causa proxima or the nearest cause. This principle applies when the loss is the result of two or more causes. The insurance company will find the nearest cause of loss to the property. If the proximate cause is the one of the in which the property is insured, then the company must pay compensation. If it is not a cause the property is insured against, then no payment will be made by the insured company. Example, due to fire, a wall of a building was damaged and the municipal authority ordered it to be demolished. While demolition, the adjoining building was damaged. The owner of the adjoining building claimed the loss under the fire policy. The court held that fire is the nearest cause of loss to the adjoining building, and then claim is payable as per the falling of the wall is an inevitable result of the fire. In the same example, the wall of the building damaged due to fire fell down due to storm before it could be repaired and damaged and adjoining building. The owner of the adjoining building claimed the loss under the fire policy. In this case, the fire was a remote cause and the storm was the proximate cause. Hence, the claim is not payable under the fire policy. Third principle of insurable interest. This principle says that the individual must have an insurable interest in the subject matter. Insurable interest means that the subject matter for which the individual enters in the insurance contract must provide some financial gain to which the individual enters into insurance contract must be provide some financial gains to the insured and also lead to financial loss if there is any damage, destruction or loss. Example, the owner of a vegetable cart has an insurable interest in the cart because he is earning money from it. However, if he sells the cart, he will no longer have an insurable interest in it. To claim amount of insurance, the insured must be the owner of the subject matter, both at the time of entering the contract and at the time of the accident. Next, principle of indemnity. This principle says that insurance is done only for the coverage of the loss. Hence, insured should not make any profit from the insurance contract. In other words, the insured should be compensated the amount equal to the actual loss and not the amount of exceeding the loss. The purpose of the indemnity principle is to set back the insured at the same financial position as he was before the loss occurred. Principle of indemnity is observed strictly for property insurance and not applicable for the life insurance contract. Example, the owner of a commercial building enters into an insurance contract to recover the cost for any loss or damage in the future. If the building sustains structural damage from fire, then the insurer will immediately indemnify the owner for the cost to repair the building by way of reimbursing the owners for the exact amount spent on repairs by reconstructing the damaged areas using its own authorized contractors. Next, principles of subrogation. Subrogation means one party stands in for another. As per this principle, after the insured, the individual has been compensated for the insured loss to him on the subject matter that was insured. The right of the ownership of that property goes to the insurer, that is the company. Subrogation gives the right to the insurance company to claim the amount of loss from the third party responsible for the same. Example, if Mr. A gets the insured in a road accident due to reckless driving of the third party, the company which Mr. A took the accidental insurance will compensate the loss occurred to Mr. A and will also sue the third party to recover the money paid as claim. Next, principle of contribution. Contribution principles applies when the insured takes more than one insurance policy for the same subject matter. It's state the same things as in the principle of indemnity. The insured cannot make a profit by claiming the loss of one subject matter from different Principals are companies. A property worth rupees 5 lakhs is insured with company A or for 3 lakhs and with company B for 1 lakh. The owner caused damage of to the property for 3 lakhs can claim the full amount from A, but then he cannot claim any amount from company B. Now company A can claim proportional amount of reimbursed value from the company B. Next, principles of loss minimization. This principle says that as an owner, it is obligatory on the part of the insurer take necessary steps to minimize the loss to the insured property. The principle does not allow the owner to irresponsible or negligent just be the subject matter is insured. Example, if a fire breaks in the client's factory, client should take reasonable steps to put out the fire. Client cannot just stand back and allow the fire to burn down the factory because client know that the insurance company will compensate for it. Next, what is general insurance and explain various types of insurance. A general insurance policy is a non-life insurance product that includes a range of general insurance policies. Common forms of general insurance in India are automobiles, mediclaims, homeowners insurance, marine, travel, and others. The policy offers payment to the policyholders based on the loss incurred from a specific financial event. The general insurance is insurance that is not categorized in the life insurance. Below are the types of general insurance: health insurance, motor insurance, home loan, home insurance, travel insurance. Health insurance. Health insurance plays a very big role to reduce the cost of medical expenses. Health insurance helps a client by giving cover for a medical emergency. Expenses the client must pay due to accident or illness are covered in health insurance. Events such as per and post hospitalization illness, health checkups, etc., are covered in health insurance policy. Post hospitalization illness health checkups client can also buy cover for a organ donation, material, maternity benefit, etc. The premium is based on the age, lifestyle, coverage type, health history, etc. Play role in the premium. There are two types of health insurance for individuals: individual health insurance policy and family floater policy. Motor insurance. Client can get a client car or bike instead with motor insurance. The insurer will cover the damage, loss, or client's motors. The damage can be due to natural or man-made calamities. Events such as accidents, damages, theft, vandalism, flood, fire, etc. are covered in motor insurance policy. Client can also purchase rights with the policy. There are different types of motor insurance riders such as zero depreciation cover, breakdown assistance, etc. For example, clients are driving to client office. However, a bike hits a client's car. There are some damages to client's car that will cost rupees 10,000. Client can save money on client's car's expense as the insurance will have to pay for it. Home insurance. Our house has some of the most expensive valuable. A home insurance policy protects client's house and it's valuable from the damages caused due to natural man-made calamities. Clients can get insurance for events such as loss or damage of valuable fires, etc. Next, travel insurance. Client can purchase travel insurance when clients are traveling in the country or outside. A basic health cover will not help clients with any medical expenses if the clients are out of the country. However, client can pay them with travel insurance in case client are hospitalized or lost clients baggage, clients can claim for its expenses. Traveling insurance covers events such as also loss of baggage and passports, medical emergencies, flight delays, accidental deaths, etc. Some of the other types of general insurance policies: commercial insurance, rural insurance, marine insurance, crop insurance, etc. etc. Okay, with this I am concluding this topic. Okay, thank you one and all. Thank you.